Rose!
Let go of me!
Not until you give me some answers. No, I want to know where Hutch is hiding out.
I don't know.
You were never a good liar. Not when we're kids, and you're certainly not now.
Leave it alone,
I
Joe.
can't. I was down in the basement. I saw the cot, I saw the open window, and I saw the backpack.
People were being brought in here because of the storm.
Yes, and they were being kept in nice, warm rooms. Upstairs, down here, but not in the basement.
You're hurting me.
Rose. Ramsey filled me in on what happened. 2 men were killed when the ambulance taking Hutch back to prison with them.
Hutch didn't kill anyone.
Oh?
He held off the hitmen when they tried to kill the police.
The 2 hitmen are the ones that were killed.
Hutch didn't kill them.
Did he tell you that, or is that something you figured out for yourself?
Stop cross-examining me, Joe.
I happen to care about you.
All you care about is making people pay. Hutch because of Patty's death.
Listen, I've been working
because of Diana's death. People change, Joe. They change. Why can't you give anybody a chance? Rick!
You look fantastic.
Final boarding for Flight 87 to Caracas, Venezuela at Gate 21. Final boarding for Caracas.
We gotta get going with this flight.
Oh,
dear.
None of that.
Well, I'm glad to see you, too. If we miss that flight, we're going to be in big trouble.
Well, what about Mr. Valentine?
He's already on board.
Oh, I can't believe that we're actually going to see her. Boy, is she going to be surprised.
Lesley, you are going to be surprised if we're going to get out there to the gate and the gate's going to be shut and the plane's going to be gone.
Why are we standing here? Why are we standing around outside? It's plain.
This way, please. Quick.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Sneak one in.
Hope so.
Oh, about a certain night in a department store.
No, no. That's close enough.
You know, that was the first time I had ever had caviar.
Wow.
The first time I ever saw you dressed in pink chicken feathers.
How does this one compare?
I think Tiffany's got great taste, but I'll tell you something, no one would ever convince me that she would look better in this dress than you do.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. The music stopped.
I hadn't even noticed.
Neither did Fred and Ginger.
Oh. It's been a wonderful night, hasn't it?
The best.
I've had an absolutely divine time.
Indeed.
Yes. But I love dancing all night long and drinking champagne. How are we going to top this one?
Give me a second.
I got a few ideas. Starting with the ceremony we discussed earlier.
Oh, yes, the ceremony.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I think they've had too much champagne.
Voila, Madame et Monsieur.
The Ice Princess formula?
Yep.
And the only other living copy in existence.
What are you going to do with it?
Burn 'em.
Both of them.
Are you serious?
Absolutely, baby. If we burn these 2 pieces of paper, never again will some maniac like Mikos Cassadine be able to rule the world with a weather machine. Ready, Scorp?
Ready when you are, LS.
Here.
Well, I guess that does it.
I guess it does. Now, no, Phoenix will rise from these ashes like Miko's Cassadine and try to take over the world.
Don't be so sure. Well, do you know something we don't? Yep.
What?
The formula.
You do?
Yeah, I do. When I found it in the box of carbonic snow in Mikos' bedroom, I memorized it.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I had nothing better to do. I was waiting forever for the two of you to be debriefed before they got to Tiffany and me.
Listen, that's not the kind of information you should have rattling around in your head. It could be dangerous.
Robert, I forgot it already.
Good. Make sure it stays forgotten.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's fine with me. Because I have something I want to talk about now.
Name it, sweetheart.
The weather machine. I tell you, if somebody doesn't put it out of commission, it could fall into the wrong hands and somebody could try to blow up the world again.
She's right. It has to be destroyed.
Hey, now, hold on a minute. What about Valentine?
What about him?
Well, look, he's going to want that machine for the good guys.
The good guys, Robert. Who the hell are the good guys, anyway?
Well, I always thought the World Security Bureau would.
Have they ever had this kind of power at their command? Look, Robert, when you got this kind of power and this kind of money at stake.
I don't know, Luke.
Well, I do. The weather machine has to be put to rest permanently.
I'd buy a used car off you any day. How do we do it?
Come on, I got a 52 Edsel for you. You're gonna love.
Lead on, McDuff.
Hi, pal. Listen, you want to come in and have a drink with us?
Oh, no, thank you, sir. I'm on duty.
Pity. We're not.
Maybe later.
Stay alert. This is going to have me in the unemployment line.
Oh, poor baby. Exactly right. So you lose your job with the World Security Bureau. Who cares? You can always cash in one of your diamonds from one of those mines in South Africa.
Yeah, she's right.
She's got a point, Robert.
Valentine is not going to be happy at all.
Mr. Valentine, I can't even believe this is really happening.
Very pleased you could make the trip.
Oh, boy, so am I.
Your daughter is going to be very surprised.
My daughter is going to be in shock.
We appreciate the invitation to come along, we really do.
Listen, after all you've done, it was the least I could do. Dr. Weber here was a great help during the crisis.
He can be pretty terrific. I'm just sorry I wasn't there to help at all.
Young lady, you were much better off in the Greek islands, warm and safe.
Typical, just typical. Wandering around Athens looking for the Cassadines Island somewhere off the coast of Greece. And they run an island somewhere off the coast of Venezuela.
Well, after all, we did find him.
Yeah.
Thanks to Luke Spencer. He must be a very, very clever individual.
Yes, it must be.
Well, at least one good thing did come out of all of this. Mikos Cassadine's weather machine was not destroyed.
That's good.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. We can take hold of that now, and we can control the weather for the good of humanity all over the world.
That sounds like Miko's Cassadine talking.
Now, wait a minute. We're not going to create a utopia, Dr. Weber.
What then?
Well, what I meant was, I think that it gives the Allies a great sense of a power, of being able to control that sort of technology. What that means is now any country that contemplates military action would have to face the threat of having their weather controlled and their economy destroyed.
Right or wrong? In the wrong hands, obviously, the machine is a monster. In the right hands, it could possibly be a friend.
Any idea what time that Valentine is due to arrive?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know the exact time.
But he is on his way, though.
I know he was scheduled to leave New York City this morning, Mr. Scorpio.
Well, we'll just have to wait, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Well, keep up the good work. I shall be sure to inform Valentine what a great job you guys are doing.
Thank you, Mr. Scorpio.
No, I'm the one that should be thanking you.
Good morning, Georgia.
Oh, don't you look chipper? Well, I think I've had an hour and a half sleep.
Doesn't matter, though, because we feel terrific.
Oh, you got to be thrilled with the news about Lou.
It's going to be good to have him home, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a long, cold summer.
And the two of you should be well rested when he does get home. Jesse said you were supposed to be in this morning. Why don't you just turn right around and march out that door and get some well-deserved sleep?
I
couldn't sleep a wink. I'm too excited, Lou, coming home. I just got to keep busy.
And there is no way that I am going to leave this hospital. No? No, you see, I got to check up on one Dr. Noah Drake, because I hear he's been up all night running errands of mercy with very pretty ladies.
Zap! I detect a note of jealousy there, Miss Spencer.
You bet you do.
Thank you. May I, have a refill on the coffee, please? Rose, the cold shoulder's one thing, but burning my hand's another. Can I have some ice? Thank you. All right, if you're not going to apologize for burning my hand, maybe I should apologize for the way I came down on you earlier.
You were out of line, Joe.
Maybe my methods were. Don't you understand what you were doing, harboring a criminal?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stick to cooking because you're a lousy liar.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, Bert.
Hey, I want to get here before you did.
Well, looks like you didn't quite make it.
I think maybe you're right if this is the real you. Rose, could I have a couple of soft-boiled eggs and some rye toast, please?
Sure thing. Milk?
Yeah, fine. Rose did one terrific job during our crisis here, Joe. You should be proud of her.
You mean putting up all the needy people in the neighborhood? I bet I'm proud of her.
Yeah, good. Well, at least the streets are clearing. It should help us in our search for Hutch.
You think he's around here, do you?
Oh, you bet. Waterfront's a great place to hide.
I'll get you breakfast.
Thanks, Rose.
Heather filled me in. I think I'm still in a state of shock. I can't believe it. I was so sure when Sarah gave me that gun that that was the murder weapon. But she said that ballistics proved that it had never even been fired.
That's the story.
I really thought Heather was guilty.
I still do.
That's not the gun that killed Diana.
Exactly.
And you still think she's guilty?
Joe, she could have tricked us. Used that gun that Sarah gave to you as a decoy. Then she could have hid the real murder weapon any place she wanted to. You know that.
No, I know. No, there has to be another gun, but I don't know that Heather did it.
Well, let me tell you, you can believe this. Heather did do it. She murdered Diana Taylor in cold blood. She's smart enough and conniving enough to have done it. I'm gonna nail her, Joe. That's the last thing I do. I'm gonna nail her.
Patty's old coat. You're gonna need out there in this weather.
Oh, thanks. Listen, I'm all packed and ready to go. How about you?
No, we can't leave yet. We've got a major problem.
What's up?
Captain Ramsey's upstairs with Joe.
Ah, damn.
You can't risk leaving with him here.
Listen, we can't risk not leaving. Joe was down here earlier. He was looking for some food. I think he was able to tell that somebody had been staying down here.
I know. He thinks you were here and you're long gone.
Did he question you about me?
I didn't tell him anything.
What I've put you through.
Will you stop? Once we get away from here, we don't have to worry about anything. Nobody to lie to. Nobody to answer to.
Rose.
Listen, I'll keep my eye on Joe. As soon as I get the chance, I'll get my suitcase and bring it down here and we can leave.
Are you sure, Rose?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Blast this sucker open. I wish I knew what all the dials and the lights and the buttons meant.
You know, if this was a sci-fi movie, you'd make a really good Luke Streetwalker.
It's Luke Skywalker, you idiot.
I love that movie.
Whatever.
Laura's a real movie buff, Tiff.
Oh, I hope you've been watching mine.
Tell me,
Yeah.
tell me, Laura.
Good.
In this movie, did it have a happy ending?
They blew up in outer space.
It's happy enough.
It's happy to me. I wish we could blow this up in outer space.
Well, let's hope what we're about to do is a lot more effective than the explosives were.
Well, it ought to be a little bit effective.
I'm still not too happy about going against Valentine.
It's too late now, pal. We've already burned the formulas.
Yeah, Luke's right. You may as well go all the way now.
Okay. Let's get started before we sober up and I realize what we've done.
I hope you two don't mind if we leave on this one.
Please.
I have a feeling they'd insist.
That's right, darling. Keep the home fires burning. Don't drink all the booze.
I will. Oh, I know. Oh, I guess this must have been the end of that whole fiasco.
Oh, I'll be so glad just to get off this island.
Me too. I think this deserves a glass of champagne.
Good idea.
Oh. You know something? You really helped to save our lives.
Well, darling, I really didn't have a choice. I had to choose sides, you know, and I always go with the winning one if I can.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You must have thought that Victor was on the right side once.
Oh, he was a fascinating man, you know, a rich one, which definitely helped.
You have any regrets about him?
Oh. You know, I really do hate turning my back on a man when he's out of luck, but he would have dropped me the very second he got bored with me. No, I think I did the right thing.
Tell me, what's it like to be a big movie star?
Oh, well, it's, flashy clothes and flashy cars and jewels and a lot of travel. It's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning for an early call. Oh, dragging yourself out of the bed. And then having to go to bed at 10 o'clock so you don't get up and look ragged the next day. It's wonderful. Oh, and it's lousy. Oh, and I always have to look for new financing for the films that I want to do instead of all that garbage they send to me. And that means looking for rich men.
Like Victor.
I don't want any more like Victor. There's got to be somebody wealthy in this world that's not such a bore as he is. Ugh.
One or two, maybe.
Do you think that perhaps Scorpio might like to finance one of my movies?
I don't know. That's something that you're going to have to ask the man himself.
You're all hard, Amy.
Oh, I know.
Well, well, well. How are things at the nerve center of the hospital itself?
Chaos seems to be dying down.
Well, it's a grinding halt by comparison. Except for me. I have things to file and phone calls to, and see you later.
It's too much.
Don't tell her I said so, but at times Amy can be okay.
Yeah, I've been busy all day. I'm sorry.
I've missed you.
Well, I'm privileged.
Oh?
Yes, to be missed by the sister of the greatest hero Port Charles has ever known, not to mention the world.
Oh, well, I try to be humble, you know.
I missed you, too.
Even with Anne Logan as your partner?
Yeah, even so.
I'm not the jealous type, you know.
No, just a furious type.
Well, I would much rather have been out furiously working with you than stuck here all by myself in this horrid hospital.
Well, now, you were needed here, and besides, I would feel better knowing that you were here than out there in the deep freeze with us.
It's sweet.
It's the truth. And, yes, my dear, I don't mind, actually, if you are possessive.
You don't?
No, actually, I quite like it.
You may eat those words someday.
Ah, we'll see. Huh? How's the Quartermain, baby?
Well, as a matter of fact, Rick performed another brilliant piece of surgery, and he's absolutely fine. Now that we've got the temperature in the hospital back to normal, and we have some heat.
I was real worried about him, the baby.
Well, you know, he's doing so well that Alan and Monica were both able to leave.
Is that right? Well, that's an act I'm going to follow right now.
You going home?
I can, yeah. I was thinking of, I thought I'd, crawl into bed. How's that sound?
Like a question. I better not answer.
want?
You'd be glad to see me. After you had a little rest. Aren't you going to invite me in?
No, I'm not.
That's not very polite,
Look,
Monica.
Mr. Corrigan, really. Business is finished. I paid you off. I paid you off in full. So has my husband. Your services are no longer required.
Well, I'm not quite satisfied.
Well, what does that mean?
It means I want more money.
What are you talking about?
Look, your husband has an illegitimate kid, right? And you and I both know about it.
You're talking about? You're talking about blackmail, aren't you?
That's right.
Get out. Get out of this house right now.
Look it. You and I are two of a kind, honey. I mean, we're out for whatever we can get. We can take your husband for a real bundle, Monica.
I don't believe you.
You hire me to spy on your husband and you call me despicable. That doesn't wash, Monica.
All right, then. How much do you want?
5,000 ought to do it.
Okay, fine. 5,000 it is.
You know, I'm really sorry that things didn't work out for us.
Well, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? I'm not. Here you are, Mr. Corrigan. Now, that ought to close the books forever, don't you think?
You know, I'm really surprised the way you changed your tune all of a sudden. You know, I really thought that you were out to string him up alive.
All I want is my divorce from my husband and full custody of my child.
Yeah, sure you do.
That is the only thing I have ever wanted.
Yeah, right. To get rid of the monster of a husband that you have,
You
right?
said it, yes.
Hey, listen to me, Monica. You know what? You're lying. You're lying through your teeth. You know what's going on with you? You still like Alan Quartermain, and you won't admit it. That's right. Underneath all of that ice, Monica, lives a woman who still loves Alan Quartermain.
And that is the funniest thing I have heard all day. Now, you get out of this house, Mr. Corrigan, and you get out right now. I mean it. Out!
Dr. Quartermain, I thought I heard someone quarreling down here.
That was just a salesman.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the bell.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. I took care of it.
I thought maybe it was your husband coming home.
No. No, are you sure you didn't hear from him? He didn't call while I was
Oh,
taking
no,
him in?
I'm positive he hasn't called all day. Is he still at the hospital?
Frankly, Stella, I don't know where he is.
Susan Moore?
Yes?
I love you.
Alan!
Do you like my flowers?
I love you.
I love you.
Oh. I can't believe you're really here.
You know, you're crazy. Do
Why,
you know
because
that?
I love you so much?
No, because you could think for 1 minute that I could live my life without you.
I just don't believe you're here.
I'm here. I'm here. The father of your son is here. I saw him. He's gorgeous.
He looks just like you.
He looks like you.
Well, maybe a little bit of both of them.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? A child that terrific really needs a full-time father.
Full-time?
Full-time. In case you didn't recognize it, that was a proposal.
Of marriage?
What? Is there some other kind?
Alan, don't play games with me.
I've never been more serious in my life. I know I'm a little late by ordinary standards, but I want you to be my wife.
What about Monica and Alan Jr.?
She knows everything. She had a detective following
Oh,
us.
Alan.
It doesn't matter anymore. It's a relief. We can be together openly, and I don't care what kind of scandal she creates. I love you.
Me too. Sorry it took us so long to get up here.
Oh, it's okay. They sure did ask us a lot of questions, though, didn't they?
Yeah. I guess they were pretty upset about Scorpio and I using the control room for target practice. Enough about that. I made it clear to you how I feel about you.
Yeah. I love you.
You better. You're gonna marry me.
Am I?
I think it's a good idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Think I should?
Yeah, I do. Okay. You don't think King Koala's gonna come up here and interrupt us, do you?
I think Tiffany took care of that.
What about those chimpanzees with the light fingers? You think they're gonna come in here and steal things?
They wouldn't dare.
That only means one thing. Let's go. Huh?
What is that?
That's my blood.
No, listen.
Oh, it's nothing. It'll go away.
Think so?
Yeah, come on.
I guess they wanted to surprise us.
Well, they sure as hell did.
We should, greet them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right. I don't believe this. I don't believe this.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.